episode of Off the Script number 145. Part number 1. The reason why WWE announced Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar for the 2017 Royal Rumble already, and we're not even in December. Also, Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 33. Could this be a possibility? I got the full story for you guys on Off the Script. Also, big upcoming creative plans for Sasha Banks and Miss Botch herself. Botchamania running wild. Dana Brooke. All this, plus so much more on Off the Script.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
My fucking cat, man. My fucking cat, Bacardi. If you guys could fucking see her right now, man. She's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing, you fucking asshole? Can I sleep in peace, please? And make sure my fucking water dish and my fucking bowl is filled with fresh water and food, you fucking goon. That's what she's saying to me. That's the look she's giving me right now, man. Unfucking believable. Anyway. We're not here to talk about fucking cat food or pets. We're here to talk about is the number 1 fucking podcast. Not only on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, and Google Play fucking music, but this is the number 1 fucking podcast in your subscription boxes. Right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. People don't want to shut up about Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, man. Unbelievable. I'm gonna continue the fucking. I'm gonna continue the trend, man. I'm gonna get the ball rolling even more on this entire thing. I'm gonna cover Goldberg and Brock Lesnar in the top story of this podcast because there's nothing else to talk about. Everybody seemingly wants to fucking bitch and moan and complain, yada, yada, yada. I did my fair share of bitching and moaning and complaining. But we're going to go over why WWE is announcing Goldberg and Brock Lesnar in the 2007. Well, Brock Lesnar's not officially announced yet, but we're assuming he will be in the 2017 Royal Rumble. I'm going to give you guys a scenario which is going to have a different... I think a different, what's the word I'm looking for? A different vibe compared to WrestleMania 20. So we'll see what happens with that because we mentioned this when Joe Cronin show and I went live on Out of Nowhere on Wednesday on YouTube. It's not too early to be talking about WrestleMania. It really is not, man. I think with the announcement that Goldberg made on Monday Night Raw, WrestleMania season's in full effect, man. You know, WWE, they know, you know, TLC is going to be good. I'll give them that. You know, the build has been building before Survivor Series and, they're rushing to get the matches announced. They announced like 4 or 5 matches on fucking SmackDown alone. I don't like that. Everything feels rushed and nothing progresses nicely. But TLC is going to be a good pay-per-view. I'll give them that. Cockblock is a different story. I don't give fucking 2 flying shits about fucking Roadblock. But WrestleMania season, whether you want to admit it or not, is underway. Goldberg kickstarted the road to WrestleMania right after Survivor Series, right after he beat Brock Lesnar. The road to WrestleMania is underway. So we're going to talk about that in a few booking scenarios as we head into the Royal Rumble. But thank you guys so much, man. Unbelievable Survivor Series weekend. Thank you to all the new subs that came through. Thank you to all the old subs who continue to love and support, whether you're buying a t-shirt, whether you're on the Patreon, whether you're watching and tweeting me, whatever the case, man. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Survivor Series 2016 review did great numbers, even though YouTube's fucked up right now and their algorithms are all fucked. 2,600 likes on that video alone. Thank you guys so much. Unbelievable. Nice to know that people do agree with me and my stance on not liking the initial ending to Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg. And there are people in WWE that don't even like it. The only ones who knew were Vince McMahon, Paul Heyman, Goldberg, and Brock Lesnar. Nobody else knew. And everybody, or most of everybody that has a powerful position in WWE does not like the initial scenario. And they're worried, A lot of people, I'm even hearing rumors that Dave Meltzer is reporting that there are several people in WWE trying to derail this match from happening again. That whatever happened at Survivor Series should have never happened. But it happened. And we're going to book accordingly. And hopefully I can make sense of whatever happened with my booking scenarios for Royal Rumble. But thank you to everybody that continued to show love and support. Happy to see that a lot of people do agree with my stance on Lesnar not losing. And the streak and the Undertaker and the way they built him up over 2.5 years was more important than anything. And then there are those that are saying, well, how are you going to book Goldberg? It needed to happen. How else are you going to book Goldberg? He wasn't ready. You're never going to agree on anything. Nobody is ever going to agree on what happened. So we just might as well just move on. It happened. It's over. I don't like the reasons WWE did it. I think it's a crock of shit. But hopefully they could make sense of this and make everything look right with well thought out storyline progress. We're going to talk about it. But thank you guys. If you're following me on Twitter, please do so. Or if you're not following me on Twitter, I should say, please do so. At JD from NY206. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for, man. Please do so. JD from NY206. We will be going over a huge deal. And I want you guys to take advantage of this, man. Barbershop window. You guys got till Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys have been on the fence about buying a fucking t-shirt from my store, if you guys have been on the fence about buying an off-the-script t-shirt, or if you guys have been on the fence about buying anything that I throw at you, this week is the week to do it, man. There are 2 new designs on top of whatever else was being sold there. JD Isnegan is absolutely fucking on fire. Go get it. Dana Brooke, version 5 of Get Off My TV. Go get it. Roman Reigns, Eva Marie, The Big Show, the 4 Goons. You got Kane, Strowman, Big Show, and Cryback on one shirt. You got the Goon City t-shirt and the original gray off-the-script logo shirt. Barbershop window. This week is the best week to do it, man, because you're going to get 30% off everything that I just mentioned. All you got to use is the Black Friday code, Black Friday. Simple as that. Enter the coupon code Black Friday at checkout, and you're going to get 30% off your fucking purchase, man. You want to buy 1 shirt, 30% off. You want to buy fucking 2 shirts, 30% off. You want to buy all the shirts, 30% off your entire purchase, man. And that's good. Unlimited until Tuesday. Go get your shirt. If you guys have been contemplating, if you've been thinking about it, do it this week. If you want to buy one for yourself, your mother, your sister, your father, you want to buy one for the fucking cat, whatever. Go get a shirt, 30% off. Black Friday is the coupon code on Barbershop barbershopwindow.com. All you got to do is use the link I provide down below, or go to barbershopwindow.com and type in Off the Script in the little search bar. It'll take you right to my shirts, man. So thank you to everybody who are blowing up Barbershop Window with JD and Off the Script. Slam Crate by Loot Crate. This is another one, man. They are going to be shipping very, very soon. You guys still have time to get the crate. All you got to do is use the link that I provide down in the description and use the code JD from NY, all capital letters, man. JD from NY, no spaces, all capital letters at checkout. You're going to save money on your first crate, and I'm hearing it's going to be a good one for Christmas. So make sure you guys take advantage of that as well. If you guys don't want Loot Crate or Slam Crate, WrestleCrate.com. They're going to come this week, hopefully, with another crate. And if you guys want to check them out, www.WrestleCrate.com and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. And all you got to use is the coupon code at checkout, JD sent me, for 10% off. So I'm saving you money all over the fucking place this holiday season, man. Make sure you guys go and check those guys out as well. Right here on the channel, on YouTube.com. We're going to be doing unboxings with Loot Crate and Wrestle Crate. We're going to go head-to-head, like Monday Night Raw versus SmackDown, man. Going to be awesome. Right now, Wrestle Crate is leading in the battle of the subscription boxes 1-0. So what's going to happen with December, we're going to find out very, very shortly. I also have this, which I got sent to me this past week. Pro Wrestling Crate. We're going to be doing an unboxing right here on the channel for Off the Script, man. Pro Wrestling Crate. And this is unbelievable as well, man. This is from 1 Hour Tees. This is from Pro Wrestling Tees. Unbelievable shit in here. I haven't looked yet, but I seen Joe open last month, and it was fucking awesome. I reached out to them. I'm like, do you guys need me to fucking get your box and your product out there? They're like, JD, absolutely. They sent me a fucking box, man. So good on them. They are fucking awesome. The best fucking product, the best t-shirts in the market right now, or on the market. Pro Wrestling Tees. You cannot beat it, man. That's why I'm going with them. Pro Wrestling Tees, 1 Hour Tees, Barbershop Window. Unbelievable fucking quality. If you guys own any of my shirts, you know how fucking great they feel and how great they look, man. Unbelievable stuff. So if you guys want to check out Pro Wrestling Crate after this unboxing, I got a coupon code for you that's going to save you 25% off your first crate, man. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Also, Patreon.com. If you guys want to support the podcast, Patreon.com, and what I got planned is undergoing some changes, man. I'm going to change the tiers. I'm going to change the rewards for you guys. I know a lot of you guys came to me and said, JD, we don't even need the tiers. You know, I want to support you in the best way possible. I'm just glad that I get early access to whatever you do right here on the channel. Early access to the podcast. I want to make it more interactive for you guys. I want to make it more worth your money for you guys. I want to give you guys exclusive videos. I want to give you guys not only early access, but I want to give you guys voting as to what's going to be talked about on the show. Maybe my Patreons can get a Q&A in there only for Patreons. So I'm going to rework something. You're still going to get t-shirts. You're still going to get maybe postcards that I'm going to get made up. I'm thinking about doing something very, very exclusive for patrons only, with a brand new patron-only design that you guys can order directly through me as far as the t-shirt goes. I'm thinking about it. So I'm going to come up with something hopefully before the holidays so you guys can check that out. But if you guys definitely want to support the podcast, man, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Read the mission statement on there. Find out what I'm doing, why I'm here, where I want to go, and what my goal is as far as building this empire and this brand. So thank you guys, and thank you to everybody that has pledged this week with your continued love and support, man. Let's open up this box, man. I'm very excited about this. Pro Wrestling Crate. Let's see what's in here. I removed the tape. Let's see, man. This is my first Pro Wrestling Crate. I'm very excited about this because I love their merchandise, bro. What do we got here? What do we got? It's all t-shirts, by the way. Mostly t-shirts. What is this? All Heart, Ohio made. The King of Cleveland. The whole shebang. I don't know what the fuck this is. There you go. All Heart, Ohio made, the King of Cleveland, the whole shebang. Don't know what the fuck that is. Who the fuck is that? Oh, Johnny Gargano. That's a Johnny Gargano t-shirt, bro. Look at that. Beautiful. Johnny Gargano. What a fucking match they had, man. That's when I do my end of the year polling, and I give you guys my top 10 personal favorite matches of the year, that might end up being number one. Whatever they did with the Revival at TakeOver Toronto, unfucking believable match, man. So we got a Johnny Gargano t-shirt and Pro Wrestling Tees. What is this? What is this? What is this? Young Bucks. Look at this fucking beast. Wow. That's a beautiful fucking shirt, man. That is a beautiful fucking shirt. Only available through Pro Wrestling Crate. That's beast. That is fucking beast, man. Young Bucks t-shirt. I like it, and it's black. What do we got here, man? Never trust a snake. Jake the Snake Roberts, man. Look at that. That's nice. And it's a nice blue, too, man. A baby blue. I love it. That's Pro Wrestling Crate, man. Look at the fucking quality. Never trust a snake. Jake the Snake. Yes, I have hair, you fucking goons. Oh my God. Saint Mick. Look at me. A fucking Saint Mick beanie in Pro Wrestling Crate. What do we got here? The fuck is this shit? The hell is this? BJ? What is this? Oh, Big John Studd. Oh. Big John Studd. Gym towel. You know, wipe the sweat off. You know, you're watching a Roman Reigns world title match and he's fucking giving Superman punches to everybody. Wipe the sweat off your fucking forehead. There you go. What else we got here? Wrestling Road Diaries 3. Funny equals money. Colt Cabana. Who cares? Grotto. Really? Grotto's awful. Absolutely fucking awful. Wrestlers with the same name. Brought to you by HighSpotsWrestlingNetwork.com. A DVD of wrestling matches. Wrestlers with the same name. And then on the back, we got matches. Who the fuck is on this thing, man? John Morrison versus ACH. Aerostar Drago and Octagon Jr. versus Bestia 666. Tigre Uno and Jack Evans. CZW World Title Match. Matt Tremont versus Joe Gacy. Versus Greg Excellent versus John Grisham. Cedric Alexander versus Johnny Gargano. Ooh. Kevin Steen show with Johnny Gargano clip. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Not bad. Not bad. What do we got here, man? Ooh, Johnny Wrestling exclusive collector's pen. Johnny Wrestling. Look at that. That's pretty beast, man. That's pretty beast right there. Another one of these you know how many of these fucking magnets I got on my refrigerator from Pro Wrestling Tees, man? Unbelievable. Are you fucking kidding me? Does this thing actually work? Does this thing actually work? Let me see. I might have to use some editing magic here. So much for that, huh? A fucking earthquake whoopee cushion, man. Come on, bro. That box was fucking great, man. That was fun. That was fun. I got my fucking Saint Mick beanie on. And if you guys enjoyed that, man, Pro Wrestling Crate, all you gotta do is go to ProWrestlingCrate.com, follow them on Twitter at PWCrate, and then tell them I sent you. Link me, link them. Just tell them you had a good fucking time. Tell them you came over from Off the Script. And you got until the 26th, man. November 26th. If you use the coupon code Black Friday, you're going to save 25% off your first box, man. That is fucking unbelievable. And 25% off that shit, That is a fucking steal, man. Make sure you guys do it. ProWrestlingCrate.com. I look ridiculous in this beanie, but we're gonna go ahead and do the fucking show, man. Let's talk about the top story here. Reason why WWE announced Goldberg for the Royal Rumble so early, and that now has been revealed. If you are somebody with a fucking brain, you will realize why they announced Bill Goldberg for the Royal Rumble. And Brock Lesnar is soon to follow. There has not been an official announcement with Brock Lesnar being in the Royal Rumble, but it will be announced sooner rather than later. Less than 24 hours after a shocking victory over Brock Lesnar at the WWE Survivor Series, Goldberg confirmed himself as the first entrant in the 2017 Royal Rumble match in January. It isn't known if he'll be appearing on WWE television before then, but he definitely changed WWE in just under 2 minutes on Sunday night at the Survivor Series, so he may not necessarily need to appear before the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Now, the real reason why Bill Goldberg defeated Brock Lesnar so quickly at Survivor Series was reported shortly after the pay-per-view. Apparently, WWE officials were trying to extend Bill Goldberg's run for the WWE, and the Royal Rumble was a big part of that. Another reason was a tweaked shoulder injury that prevented him from working a long and grueling match with Brock Lesnar. WWE thought a short match would be best for business. Now, I did upload a video to YouTube. And the title of that video was The Full Story Behind Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg at the Survivor Series, why it ended so early, whose idea was it, how was it planned. I go over everything, and I'll link you in an annotation right here on the screen. You're going to see that. You're going to drop that annotation down, and it'll take you right to the video after you're done watching off the script here, and I'll leave you guys a link down in the description as well. The reason is... I don't agree with the reason at all, but this is Vince McMahon, and he decided upon it. This was his idea. Lesnar was all for it. Partially Lesnar is in agreement here with this entire thing. He's good friends with Bill Goldberg outside of wrestling in personal. He's good friends with Bill Goldberg. Brock Lesnar, obviously, money had a huge part in this. Lesnar, obviously, is making all this kinds of money from WWE and his WWE deal. Him and the mindset going into this, well, I got to work a 1-minute match and I'm still getting paid whatever you guys are paying me. I'm all for it. I'm all smiles. And the report was that Brock Lesnar was all smiles. He had absolutely no problem doing a 1-minute job to Bill Goldberg. And Vince McMahon used this ending. He used this ending to get what he ultimately wanted. Bill Goldberg did not want to sign. He wanted a one and done. Goldberg was scheduled to lose this match. If this was to be his only match, he was scheduled to lose. But Vince McMahon wanted Goldberg for more dates. He wanted Goldberg at the Rumble. He wanted Goldberg at WrestleMania. He even wants Goldberg back in the WWE permanently as a part-timer. He wants to extend this past WrestleMania. And Goldberg said no. Goldberg said no to everything. So Vince McMahon, it came down to Vince McMahon not being able to get what he wants. And when Vince McMahon does not get what he wants, Vince McMahon will do whatever it takes to get what he wants. What he did is come up with the idea that Bill Goldberg squash Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series in 1 minute and 25 seconds. Old school style, old school Goldberg. Jackhammer, spear, pin, over. That's it. Vince McMahon knew Goldberg had a shoulder injury. Goldberg knew that he was not ready to have a grueling match with Brock Lesnar. And WWE and Vince McMahon seen money in this. McMahon seen money in a rematch. If that ended the way it did, McMahon seen money in a rematch. So did Lesnar and so did Goldberg. They're all on board with this. They think this now equals huge money in return for what happened at Survivor Series. None of them thought about the Undertaker streak. None of them thought about, the legacy that Brock Lesnar pretty much inherited at WrestleMania 30. Nobody realized that Brock Lesnar went on to beat not only The Undertaker again, but demolish John Cena, demolish Randy Orton, win the WWE Championship. He was never pinned. Amongst all of this, he was never pinned at all. They legit built him up as a fucking monster, and they threw it all away for a 50-year-old Bill Goldberg. There's even people in WWE that don't agree with what happened. I still don't agree with what happened. But I'm open to see what WWE does here. It took me 48 hours to come down from the emotional fucking frustration that I was feeling coming out of the Survivor Series to say, you know what? I'm going to see what they do here. I'm going to see what they do here. And a lot of people, you know, have the tendency to say, you know what, Brock Lesnar's in it for the fucking money. You know, it takes balls. It takes balls to not only, you know, say the things that he says, but it takes balls on him to put his own reputation on the line to lay down for his good friend Bill Goldberg in 1 minute and 25 seconds. Lesnar didn't have to do that. Lesnar could have said, fuck you, I'm not doing that. But he did it anyway. He did it for his friend, and he did it because Bill Goldberg came out and said, the kids don't have a superhero. I'm this big, bad, evil guy who doesn't give a fuck about anything. What if Bill Goldberg beats me and slays the beast and is a hero to everybody? A hero to his kids, his wife, all the kids around the United States, all the kids around the world watching this pay-per-view. What if I let Bill Goldberg be that superhero that he came out and said he wants to be? That's the golden ticket right there, man. And some of you actually opened my eyes to that, and it makes sense. It really does make sense. Even after all that, I'm still not for what happened. I am traditional. I am old school. I think The Undertaker is the most prized possession that WWE has. He is their fucking number one creation, is The Undertaker. The Undertaker streak will never be duplicated. If WWE wanted to use the streak and beat the streak, they should have turned that around and created a new star out of it. They did not. They did not. Instead, they gave it to Goldberg after beating Brock Lesnar, who had it in 1 minute and 25 seconds. They went from Lesnar to Goldberg, and now it means nothing. Whatever they did was for shock and awe. Social media impressions, Twitter impressions, Instagram likes, follows on Facebook, subscriptions to the network and to the YouTube channel. Whatever the case may be, it was all done for a fucking video game and for social media. And to generate to generate business and interest in a product that seemingly has been fucking dead. Dead. Nobody cares about WWE. Ratings are sinking. Interest in the product is at all-time lows. So WWE said, you know what? There you go. Now people are talking, and people are still talking. Goldberg's on ESPN. Goldberg is here. People are talking about it all over the fucking internet. ESPN, like I said, talking about it. That's why they did it. And now people can't get WWE and Lesnar and Goldberg and Survivor Series out of their mouths. Survivor Series was the number 2 trending topic on Google. Never mind YouTube. On Google for Sunday night. The only thing that beat it out was fucking some music awards bullshit. Some speech by Selena Gomez. Or whatever the fuck these people are. Talentless hacks. That was the only thing that beat them out. WWE made a huge impression. I just hope that they can follow it up. I really do. I don't think they will. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I don't know why I'm doing that or saying that, because they never fucking deliver in anything. They start it, they get the fucking hype train going, and they never build on it. They never continue it. They never fucking get us to a conclusion that is like, you know what? I'm okay with this. The last thing that they concluded that I was happy with was Daniel Bryan winning the fucking world title at WrestleMania. That was it. Ever since then, WWE has done nothing right. Nothing. But Lesnar was part of this deal as well. Lesnar was part of that. The tweaked shoulder added to that. Prevented Goldberg from working a long match with Lesnar. WWE thought a short match would be best. And that's what they went with. A lot of people thought Goldberg versus Lesnar 3 would and could take place at the Royal Rumble. But the former's announcement, as the first participant in the Royal Rumble match, will hold off the second rematch. However, Brock has also been announced for the match. I guess it has been announced. I didn't hear anything, Brock Lesnar's been announced for the Royal Rumble. Now, a lot of people are wondering why WWE officials made this announcement for both men so early. The answer seems obvious, but it's all part of WWE's big plan. What's the answer, people? The most obvious choice here is Royal Rumble, Alamo Dome, San Antonio, Texas, 70,000 people. People will pay to go to the Royal Rumble now, and they will likely sell out that arena based on the happenings at Survivor Series for Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg in the Royal Rumble. They will now pay for Brock Lesnar, or to see Brock Lesnar get his revenge and fuck over Bill Goldberg. Goldberg thinks he's safe, right? He beat the Beast. He's going to enter the Rumble. He's going to go on for one more title run. He's going to go to WrestleMania. People will pay now to see Brock Lesnar stop Bill Goldberg from getting to WrestleMania. So WWE's marketing plan right now, sell it out. Announce these guys, sell it out. We'll take it day by day. Can't blame them. Smart business. It's smart business. According to new reports, Goldberg isn't expected to work a heavy schedule at all in his WWE comeback as it continues into 2017. It's said that he'll work a limited schedule similar to Brock's, which will make all of his appearances rare and must-see. Because of that, WWE is much better off announcing his return to television the vast majority of the time. The WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view in January is no exception. They are working extremely hard to make the upcoming WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view the biggest of all time. So the announcement that Goldberg will be entering the Rumble match for the first time in over a decade was made to help WWE sell tickets and ensure that the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas sells out well before January. The announcement that Brock Lesnar will be in the match as well was done for the very same reason. This is not surprising news, and WWE is not even close to done with bringing in big attractions or the big matches for the pay-per-view. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar each being a part of the Royal Rumble is just the beginning. What is more important is how those two men will be booked heading into WrestleMania 33. According to a new report, Goldberg isn't expected to work a heavy schedule at all in his WWE comeback. That was already stated. And I think whatever happens in the Royal Rumble is obviously going to lead to WrestleMania 33. But how are we going to get there? How are we going to get there? Now, I made mention of this on Out of Nowhere with Joe Cronin's show on YouTube on Wednesday night. This is what I would do. And whoever says anything like this, they're merely taking my idea and spawning it off as themselves. You're hearing it first right here on Off the Script. The logical thing to do here is for Brock Lesnar to screw Bill Goldberg over in the Royal Rumble, which would eventually lead to a rematch. Okay, they could do that. But you honestly got to think different here. I'm thinking with the announcement of Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura is going into Osaka, Japan in his rematch against Samoa Joe. I think Nakamura is going to win the title back. Joe is already a two-time NXT champion. Nakamura is going to be a two-time NXT champion. I do not see Nakamura losing in his hometown. I don't. It's like Finn Balor winning the fucking NXT title in Japan, Beast of the East, right? He was amongst all those people. Those are the people he performed in front of for years. And they fucking loved him and admired him and just fucking wanted to shower him with praise. It would have been criminal to see Kevin Owens beat Finn Balor in Japan when he made a career and a name in Japan. That's why they did it there. That was a great scene and it was a great moment. Same thing's going to happen here with Nakamura. Now, the reason why they gave the title to Nakamura, the reason why they gave the title to Nakamura in the first place is because he is the next best in line to take Finn Balor's spot. And the reason why they gave it to Joe at TakeOver, number one, was to, say, you know what? It's not as predictable as you think. But they also gave it to Joe as a going away present. They gave it to Joe as a last hurrah, a last ditch celebration. Because Joe is doing some of the best work of his career. He is unbelievable in what he's done with NXT. So they gave him the title, and they're making it interesting. it wouldn't have been all that exciting for Nakamura to go into Japan as the champion and beat Joe. It would have been okay. It was expected. This is expected, but people now are going to see Nakamura win the title again, and it's going to be a bigger celebration. So what does that mean for Joe? Joe doesn't have anything else to do. After he loses it to Nakamura, Joe has nothing else to do in NXT. He would have done it all. Two-time NXT champion, nobody else left to feud with. It's about time we move him to the main roster. I think after Joe drops the title to Nakamura in Japan, I think we won't see him again until the Royal Rumble. I think Joe is going to be in the Royal Rumble. Now, Joe, if I can pull up his Twitter. Let me try and pull up his Twitter. He stated something, and I don't know exactly what he said. Let me type this in as I'm on my computer right now. He said something very cryptic, and if I can find it, hopefully he did not delete it. This is what he stated on November 20th. Annoyed. New target in play. That's all he stated. I retweeted it. It's got 701 retweets and 1.5K likes. That's what he stated on Twitter on November 20th, right after Brock Lesnar lost to Bill Goldberg in 1 minute and 25 seconds. What does that mean? Maybe Samoa Joe had an inkling of an idea to be the one to beat Brock Lesnar, to take down Brock Lesnar. Now he's got a new target in play. Could that target be Bill Goldberg? Could that be Bill Goldberg? I think Samoa Joe is going to be in the Royal Rumble. I think we won't see Joe till the Royal Rumble. He's going to be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble, and he's going to dominate the Royal Rumble. I think Joe is going to be the cog that gets Lesnar and Goldberg in another rematch at WrestleMania. I think Joe, this is the way I would book it. I think Joe is going to eliminate Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble. That's what I think. There's no better way to create a new massive superstar on the main roster than to have that happen. I think Joe's going to be in the Rumble. Joe's going to eliminate Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble. Lesnar is absolutely going to fucking snap. Snap. Blood will be spilled at the Royal Rumble. Lesnar will be so fucking upset. He will disappear for a little bit. Come out when the opportunity is ripe. And he's going to eliminate Bill Goldberg. Lesnar's going to come back into the match. He's going to eliminate Bill Goldberg illegally. Something's going to happen. They're going to brawl. They're going to fight. Maybe put him through a table. F5 through a table. It's going to lead to another rematch at WrestleMania 33. And that's going to be the full-fledged match that we should have got at Survivor Series. I think Samoa Joe should be booked to be the cog in that build till WrestleMania. Joe eliminating Lesnar, you make a name for himself. You make a name for him. What? That's a massive fucking splash. I wanted Joe to be the one to eliminate Brock Lesnar. I wanted Joe to be the one to eliminate Brock Lesnar, period. Pin him, 1, 2, 3. Muscle buster. We have a new beast. You transfer that power, that legacy, that fucking flame that Lesnar has held for 2.5 years right over to Joe. You got a new superstar in the making. You can still do that. Brock Lesnar's name holds so much weight in this business, in this industry. You have Joe appear in the Royal Rumble and eliminate Lesnar, you got a superstar in the making. Superstar in the making. Lesnar snaps. Heyman can't control him. He comes back, he eliminates Bill Goldberg. Boom. War. War at ringside. You go to WrestleMania. Those two settle it once and for all at WrestleMania 33. That's what I think is going to happen. You got Lesnar Goldberg. Again. Part 3 at WrestleMania. Undertaker. Undertaker beats AJ Styles. It's being rumored now more than ever. The only thing holding that match back from actually being announced and happening and planned is The Undertaker's hip surgery. I think he'll be fine. I think The Undertaker will be fine. Undertaker's going to win the title at the Royal Rumble. He's going to beat AJ Styles. He's going to be the new WWE champion. John Cena is going to go to the Elimination Chamber. He's going to win the Elimination Chamber, and we're going to get the showdown that Vince McMahon has wanted for 2 years. Cena versus The Undertaker, title versus career. Undertaker doesn't need to lose at WrestleMania. I don't want to see him lose to John Cena at WrestleMania. I don't. You know? Undertaker wins at WrestleMania. Undertaker comes back on SmackDown. and just lays the belt in the middle of the ring, retires. You give John Cena the title through a tournament so that he doesn't beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Or knowing The Undertaker, and I mentioned this, knowing The Undertaker being old school, he might lay down for John Cena and he might give him that honor. You know? Being that The Undertaker was one of the few people after Cena fought Kurt Angle, shook his hand. And he's like, good job, kid. Remember that from the early days of SmackDown when The Undertaker was the biker? It could very well happen. Undertaker could do the honors for John Cena. But me personally, I don't want to see The Undertaker lose to John Cena at WrestleMania. I don't. I think it's a better way. I think the first way that I came up with for you guys is a better way. That's just my idea. And those would be the top 2 matches for WrestleMania. And the rest of the card would be fleshed out however you want. You know, Kevin Owens maybe versus Finn Balor. Balor wins his title back. What does AJ Styles do? AJ Styles for SmackDown. He's got nothing to do. Who's he going to feud with? I don't know. You know, I said on Out of Nowhere with Joe Cronin's show, I think AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins would be a great match for WrestleMania. You know, brand warfare, that interpromotional match. You're allowed one interpromotional match. It's fucking WrestleMania. Why not? AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania could be a fucking match that steals the whole fucking show. That would be great. That could lead to a Bullet Club reunion of sort, and Seth Rollins could pretty much reform the Shield. That could be the beginnings of a Bullet Club versus Shield showdown for 2017. I don't know, man. It's not too early to be talking about WrestleMania. It is not too early to be talking about WrestleMania at all. But I honestly think Samoa Joe and the idea that I'm bringing to you guys being in the Royal Rumble and eliminating Brock Lesnar and him going on a fucking warpath and eventually eliminating Goldberg when the opportunity is ripe, fucking him over in the Royal Rumble. Just picture 1992 with Psycho Sid and Hulk Hogan. You know, Psycho Sid was eliminated by Hogan in the Rumble. And Psycho Sid on the outside held Hogan's arm while Ric Flair came up from behind and dumped Hogan out. That's it. That's the way it's got to be. Not exactly that scenario, but something similar. In a Brock Lesnar-esque way, of course. Let me know what you guys think about that. But the reason why they announced Goldberg and Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble was because it's 70,000 seats. People now, after what happened at Survivor Series, are going to pay to see Goldberg get his ass kicked. Is Goldberg going to WrestleMania? What is Lesnar? How is Lesnar going to be? What is he going to do? How is he going to react? Is there going to be blood? Is this going to be a different Brock Lesnar? All that rolled up into one fucking ball, you're going to sell out the Alamo Dome. I don't blame WWE for that. I just wish that they took care and honored and respected the streak. Some people say the streak is dead. It's dead, JD. Stop talking about it. They could build a new star still in the midst of all this. In fact, I just did. The one guy that I thought would be believable in beating Brock Lesnar could still benefit from this. It's up to WWE to get creative, and hopefully everything makes sense. If not, you're going to hear it from me. I'm telling you right now. And WWE is going to have to sleep in their own shit. I just hope that they know what they're doing and they have a fucking full-fledged plan for the Royal Rumble. Let's find out. Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte at WrestleMania 33 could be a traditional MMA match. Really? I don't know about that, but Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 33 could be closer to reality, according to rumors by Cage Side Seats. WWE is definitely interested, the site notes, and if they can land Ronda Rousey, it presents an interesting situation. First of all, there is the woman herself, who is in a good position to continue her career beyond combat sports in a way that continues to legitimize her as a physical competitor. Ronda Rousey has long since been exposed as a beatable MMA fighter, as evidenced in her loss to Holly Holm and her underdog standing in the build-up to a match with Amanda Nunes, who I think is going to fucking kick her ass, on December 30th. If Ronda Rousey defies the odds and regains the UFC Bantamweight Championship, she will be poised for a big money payday with her current employer, and her role at WrestleMania 33 would either be jeopardized or greatly reduced. After all, UFC will want to cash in on the next Ronda Rousey fight by mid-year. If Ronda loses to Nunes, then her schedule is likely to be cleared up moving forward, and she could not only appear at Mania, but work a continuing role with the sports entertainment organization. Ronda Rousey has a big personality, and she could step into a profitable role as WWE competitor no matter what happens with Nunes next month. But then the question becomes, how do you book her in a way that also protects Charlotte, and by extension, the WWE Women's Division? Before I even read on, I don't think there is a way to book Ronda Rousey any other way. This, to me, is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. If WWE is going to bring in Ronda Rousey, and they want to legitimize things, and they want to make things believable, how are you going to bring in Ronda Rousey and have her lose to a Sasha Banks, a Charlotte, a Becky, a Bayley? How? I mean, this woman has shed blood all over the octagon for, she's defeated women in quicker time than I could fucking breathe. And you're going to put this woman in a wrestling match with Charlotte or Sasha or any of these women? How are you going to legitimize Ronda Rousey? Easy. You book her like the Brock Lesnar of the women's division. Well, Lesnar before Survivor Series, but you book her like Brock Lesnar. There's no way around it. You're asking for this. You get what you pay for. You can't have your cake and eat it too. WWE is going to bring in Ronda Rousey. So with that, you're getting her name recognition. You're getting her fucking face plastered everywhere. You're getting advertisements out the ass. You're getting coverage on ESPN and all other major fucking news outlets and internet websites. That's what you get with Ronda Rousey. You're not going to get Ronda Rousey, get all that, and then get a WWE performer out of Ronda Rousey. It's not going to work that way. You're bringing her in to WrestleMania, and you need to utilize her the way she's been utilized in UFC. Fucking punching people's faces in and being an unstoppable fucking monster. That's it. There's no way around it. How do you protect Charlotte? There is no protecting Charlotte at all. You're getting Ronda Rousey, the UFC fighter. You're not going to transform Ronda Rousey into a fucking WWE women's superstar. It's not going to work that way. It's not going to work that way. There's no protecting anybody in that women's division if Ronda Rousey's there. Nobody. WWE didn't protect John Cena. WWE didn't protect Randy Orton. WWE did not protect The Undertaker. They didn't protect Roman Reigns. Roman got his ass kicked. There's no protecting anybody from the realistic atmosphere, the realistic performers that are UFC fighters coming into WWE. It's not happening. I'm sorry. So, you get Rousey, you use her the way she should be used. Unstoppable. Having Rousey come in and lay waste would be a bit of a double-edged sword in that it would establish a certain degree of credibility by landing the UFC or the future UFC Hall of Famer. But it would also force women like Bayley and Sasha to the back of the line. This I didn't mention, but this is also true. To the back of the line after they work so hard to establish themselves and the quote-unquote the revolution that they've worked so hard for. It's profitable, yes. It's also probable that no one would buy Bayley versus Ronda Rousey or Sasha or Alexa or anybody, which I just mentioned. Ronda beat people up for real, and many of those people were legitimate competitors in their own right. Bayley and Sasha and the rest are skilled in the ring. No question. But Charlotte and Natty Neidhart and, by sheer size, Nia Jax are the only women on the horizon who could sell an authentic program with Ronda Rousey. For WWE executives, as well as a crossover or as a crossover for fans of both MMA and professional wrestling. If WWE wants a long-term relationship with Ronda Rousey, they would be giving up their best feud, Charlotte, with very little build-up for the biggest show of the year. One way to introduce Ronda to the WWE audience and getting a good gauge for how well she can handle herself with the rest of the women's division could be having Charlotte and Ronda do a legitimate shoot fight at WrestleMania 33. Such a program would build with the Royal Rumble. From there, great care would be taken to keep the two women apart until they step into the cage for an actual showdown. If Charlotte won, her character would break boundaries of professional wrestling and become one with general appeal. Perhaps even open up another channel between WWE and the UFC. It would also build intrigue for how the company might use Rousey moving forward. A legitimate Charlotte win would open possibilities for other competitors in the women's division and send a message that Ronda Rousey isn't going to run through everybody. That possibility has more appeal considering that Rousey herself has admitted she's near the end of her MMA career. If Rousey does, as expected, and defeats Charlotte, however, then the company might then work an angle where Charlotte joins with Nia Jax and Dana Brooke for a sneak attack on Ronda Rousey. This would allow the use of Ronda for future programs against the two underlings and set up a world title match at SummerSlam in a traditional scripted style WWE match. All of that makes sense. All of that makes perfect sense, man. But the main thing here is you're not going to protect Charlotte by any other way except for letting them go out there and having a legit shoot fight. Do I think this is happening? Fuck no. I would be fucking jaw-dropped if WWE allowed something like that to happen. I just don't think that's fucking happening at all. I think they're going to try to use Ronda Rousey in a way that they shouldn't be using Ronda Rousey just to benefit Miss Charlotte. And you're not going to do that. Ronda Rousey's coming in. She is the Lesnar of the women's division. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This woman has fucking brutalized other women in MMA. There's no way you're going to have her come in and fucking not do that to Charlotte. Give me a break. Rousey is the Lesnar of the females division of the women's division of WWE, and that's the way it should be built. Everything that I just read, after that thing that I just said, needs to happen. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Rousey at WrestleMania could happen. It could happen in a non-wrestling role, but I don't think WWE is going to get Rousey for something like this at WrestleMania. We got to see what happens. But listen, WWE, I don't know what the fuck they got planned for 2017. They're looking to go all out, and it always includes someone who is not on their payroll or someone who is not with the traveling brand 300 days a year. It's always a bigger name because they failed to use and build up new stars. It sucks. It just fucking sucks, man. And like the report said, it's a double-edged sword. What else do I got here? Upcoming plans for Sasha Banks and Dana Brooke, Miss Botchamania herself. She lives on Botchamania. They're probably fucking so thrilled to see Dana Brooke come out every single week. She's probably trending #1 as far as what they do. Now that the dust has settled for Survivor Series, both Raw and SmackDown must refocus their aggression on the talent from their respective rosters for the two remaining brand-exclusive pay-per-views in 2016, TLC for SmackDown and Cockblock, end of the line for Monday Night Raw. They'll concentrate on the women coming off their traditional Survivor Series match as well. Raw's team of Charlotte with Dana Brooke, Bayley, Sasha, Nia, and Alicia Fox bested the blue brands Becky, Alexa, Carmella, Naomi, and Natalya. It's a quicker turnaround for the SmackDown brand with TLC approaching in less than 2 weeks. Nearly the entire card was put together just this week on SmackDown, and the women will be featured in the two matches as Becky defends her title against Alexa Bliss, Carmella, and Nikki. Oh, well, actually, let me repeat that. I went too fast. As Becky defends her title against Alexa Bliss, and Carmella goes one-on-one with Nikki Bella to square off in a no disqualification match. Very interesting. On Tuesday, there were reports, aside from the timing of Nia Jax's elimination, that everything went according to the very original plan laid out last month. And though Nikki and Carmella will seemingly put an end to their rivalry at TLC, the bigger picture involves Natalya, who is believed to be behind the attack on Nikki at Survivor Series. The creative staff on Raw must match, wits, and might have something up their sleeves for the likes of Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, and to a lesser extent, Dana Brooke. Sasha is set to cash in her rematch clause and challenge Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship this coming Monday. I don't care. I don't. I've seen it so many times, and WWE has ran this thing into the ground. I just don't care. Now, the plan is for Charlotte to retain and then move on to her next feud, which is expected to come against Bayley. For her troubles, Sasha would then shift gears into a program with Nia Jax. However, there is a long-term plan in place for the boss, as WWE officials have been contemplating a Sasha Banks heel turn, which we might see play out in the next few months. According to Cage Side Seats, there's been some speculation that a Sasha Banks turn might induce a role reversal from Charlotte as well, with Ronda Rousey potentially being lined up for the Queen. That might be put on hold until after Wrestlemania season. No specifics have been provided as to how they'd execute a Sasha heel turn, but one idea being tossed around has been some kind of alignment with Nia Jax. By virtue of her Survivor Series role, Nia has been elevated in the women's division beyond her gimmick of weekly squash matches. She's a perfect match to play someone's enforcer until she's ready to challenge for the title solo. And that could be where Sasha Banks comes in. As far as Dana Brooke is concerned, I wish she was off TV, never mind plans for Dana Brooke. There have been internal talks dating back to a few months ago suggesting that she has impressed many WWE officials. Where? Impressed many WWE. Obviously, it's not with what occurs in the ring. They might be impressed with her assets or her talent and skills elsewhere, but definitely not in a WWE ring. But apparently, WWE officials are impressed with Dana Brooke to a point that she'd be receiving a push. Again, I pose the question, where? How? Why? The prevailing thought was that Dana would eventually turn against Charlotte and be set up for a significant run as a singles babyface star. She can't even walk down the fucking ramp without tripping and falling. You're going to give this woman a push to be a babyface star and challenge Charlotte for a fucking title? Give me a break. However, thankfully, that no longer appears to be the case. Officials have since then cooled off on Dana in recent weeks and are currently resigned to placing her back with Charlotte in the protege role she was previously playing. They did give Dana a brief run on her own in a program that culminated with a singles loss to Bayley at Hell in a Cell, but that was abruptly halted immediately after Dana went back to her spot as a ringside cheerleader for Survivor Series, making way for Alicia Fox to compete with the Monday Night Raw team, and she'll likely resume that role as Charlotte moves on to her next title defense rivalry with Bayley. Keep in mind that Emma, repackaged as Emelina, can't wait to see this failure unfold, is scheduled to return to the Raw brand very soon to add more depth to the division. Before she was injured back in May, WWE officials were extremely impressed with her improvement and had been discussing a title run in the future. Ironically, she and Dana were the original heel pairing, and now Emma might overtake her in the pecking order, as well as she should. I just don't know how well this Emelina gimmick is going to get over. I'm sensing a fucking failure right from the get-go. Soon, we'll be seeing Evil Emma back on television, which I can only hope. That was a great gimmick. That was a great gimmick. Emma is a beautiful woman. I don't mind that they're trying to highlight that. I just don't want it to become Total Divas-esque. I don't. Because anything that is resembling Total Divas and this fucking diva mentality is a fucking failure. Have you guys watched Total Divas? I mean, you see Lana on the show with no accent. No accent. Fuck what you see on television, right? And then you see what Rusev on Monday Night Raw, she got no fucking accent. Or she's got the accent. But on Total Divas, she's got no accent. Stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. Total Divas has done nothing to enhance any of those women or enhance the product. Who are they reaching out to? I mean, ratings are fucking sinking faster than the fucking Titanic for Total Divas. Who still watches that shit? I don't. I'll admit, I watched season 1, season 2, but after that, couldn't get me to watch that shit if you paid me. But as far as Sasha, heel turn is a must. She's getting very, very stale as a babyface. I hope it comes. Sasha Banks in NXT as a heel that was her best body of work. Her best body of work, you know? And maybe Vince and everybody else will take her seriously if she's a heel, and they'll give her another run with the title. Because right now, everybody's still on fucking Charlotte's ass. Everybody's fucking proclaiming Charlotte's the greatest of all time. I don't see what the big deal of Charlotte is. In fact, I'm bored to death with fucking Charlotte. To be honest with you, I'm bored to death with everybody on Monday Night Raw. Everybody in this division. I want to see Nia Jax have a bigger role. I want to see Bayley in a bigger role. Other than that, Dana Brooke, Alicia Fox, they got nobody. They have nobody that's keeping my interest. And it's rinse and repeat exactly what I stated when I went on a rant about this brand split. This is why I stated the women should have been on one brand. If you want to watch the women, you got to watch that show. Simple. You want to watch tag team wrestling, you got to watch that one show. Simple. You know? How many teams are WWE utilizing? They're not using any of these teams, man. The Hype Bros, the Vaudevillains, the Ascension, Breezango, they're jokes. They're jokes. The only teams you see are American Alpha, Rhino and Slater, and the Usos. That's it. That is it. Mixed with what you see on Monday Night Raw on a regular basis, Enzo and Cass, The New Day, and The Club. That's 6 teams right there. That's 6 teams right. I would have put the tag teams on Monday Night Raw, and I would have put the women on SmackDown. That's what it should have been. But no, Monday Night Raw's got to be the A show. They got to have the A superstars, Roman Reigns and Charlotte and all these other fucking corporate fucking puppets. The way the brand split was going to be set up to be successful was the women on one brand and the tag teams on another brand. That's it. And I stick by that. They're not using half of what they got now. If you combine the two, you got a full set of roster. You got a full division. Who's right now? I am. That's the way it should have been. I hate the women's division on Raw, and I hate the tag team division on Raw. They're both awful. There's no depth whatsoever. And I don't care about anybody in either division. At all. Cesaro and Sheamus. Out of teams you got, Enzo and Cass, The New Day, Bullet Club. Those 2 guys I care about more now than all those other teams. Go figure. But that's off the script, guys. Thank you so much for everything. Hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. As you watch this, I have been at work at 6 a.m. Black Friday. Go fuck yourself, Black Friday. But I will be back on Saturday with more off the script. I'm taking my brother to the recording studio on Friday afternoon. We're going to Jersey. I don't know, Passaic, I think. We're going to Passaic, New Jersey, where my brother's been recording his new EP. And I'm going to be vlogging it, man. I'm going to be filming it. I'm going to be documenting it. So it should be fun. It should make for a fun upload this weekend, man. So look forward to that. I would greatly appreciate some support on that. I'll let you guys know when it's coming and what's going on with that. But as you guys see this early in the morning, I'm at work. If you guys are watching this in the afternoon, I'm probably on my way to the recording studio to watch my brother in action as he puts the finishing touches on his new album. But thank you guys so much for everything. Make sure you take advantage of Barbershop Window. Take advantage of Pro Wrestling Crate. Coupon code Black Friday. ProWrestlingCrate.com. Coupon code Black Friday. Barbershop Window and the official Off the Script online store. Coupon code Black Friday. Saving 30% off the t-shirts and 25% off the crates, man. Unbelievable savings. Slam Crate by Loot Crate. JD from NY, you're saving 10%. JD sent me with Wrestle Crate. 10% off. You're saving money. Unbelievable savings all week, all year long for you guys. So take advantage of those this week. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206 and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not done so. JD from NY206. Check out the Patreon account, patreon.com/JD from NY206. And I will be back on Saturday morning, as always, with the #1 fucking podcast in your subscription boxes right here on YouTube.com. I'm JD. Hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on Saturday morning for more Off the Script. I'll talk to you later.